Hi guys, I'm going to do some more bath bombs today. I'm going to do them in the Bluebell fragrance that I've done a soap in recently because it's absolutely lovely. I thought it'd be a really nice fragrance in the bath, especially for these lovely spring days. And I've got my fragrance in a bit of tapioca starch and dendritic salt. I've got 1 tablespoon of tapioca starch, 1 teaspoon of dendritic salt. I've got some cornflowers here that I might add into the decorations because that's the blue for the bluebells, you know. It's not bluebells, but I've got some blue glitter, a very fine grey glitter. It's very nice, that one, I like that. And Bluebell is from Fresh Skin UK. And I'm going to be using easy colours. I'm going to do like a blue, and I'm not sure actually. I think what I might do is do 2 shades of blue and then purple embeds. I'm not sure. Like a pale blue, a dark blue, and then like the purpley embeds to add that hint of purpley that comes in bluebells. Okay, I've got some Cocomoda Probile betaine, however you say it, from Bio Origins, otherwise known as Mystic Moments. You can buy that from. My ingredients today are, the recipe is, I've got actually a smaller recipe, but it's the same basic recipe. 6 cups bicarb, 4 cups citric, 1/3 cup of corn flour, 1/3 cup of kaolin clay, 1/3 cup of SLSA, 1/3 cup of Epsom salts, 1/3 cup of pink Himalayan sea salt, 1/3 cup of coconut milk powder, which is optional, but today I've added it in, 1/3 cup of apricot oil, 3 tablespoons of cocoa betaine, 1 tablespoon of tapioca starch, 1 teaspoon of dendritic salt, and 3 to 4 tablespoons of fragrance oil, and a few drops of vitamin E oil. After this, I'm going to have to make some a new batch of embeds, I think. I bought a new stick blender this week and I can't wait to use it. Oh my god. So yes, the soap is next. Okay, I've still got another soap to show you yet that's already uploaded, but it's private at the moment. I got Crystal in the background here. I wanted to watch and support Crystal now that she's back to soaping. Welcome back, Crystal. It's lovely to have you back. Okay, let's get started, guys. I'm going to go in first with my fragrance oil mixture. Get all that good stuff in there. Don't want to leave anything behind and waste it because it's all expensive, very expensive ingredients. I do make very posh bath bombs. I could go with just basic when I'm giving them away a lot, like, but I don't. I like to make sure that they're the best I can make.
Alright guys, starting to get hot.
I'm not sure what my bath bombs would cost in the likes of the big shops and that, you know, the certain ones with certain names. But I'm pretty sure they'd have been in their high price range.
I started my oils at about 120 degrees. And I already told you my lye, but that was what my oils is at. I've got my crock pot on low.
It's a shame it's not easier to transport bath bombs because there's a couple of people over in America that I think of all the time that I'd love to send some bath bombs to. I'm going to hope to get to send them all some soap eventually. I will get round to each person if I can, but it's obviously very expensive.
It comes to a little bit of it's like a thick,
there are many people now that I would really like to be able to treat that have become part of my life. You know, my subscribers here, some of them have become a massive part of my life. I won't embarrass them and give out names, but you know who you are.
I go ahead and I cut tic-tac-toes in it, and then I kind of dig out a little bit of the middle.
Just wish we were all closer.
Exactly what's going on underneath. going to let this go like this.
This is
until
apricot
it's in a
kernel oil
gel,
I've got
and
in
then
here,
we
but you
put
can
that
use
nice
any
and
light oil really. Look, I've already got oil down myself. Yeah, you can use it pretty much anything. You can use like hard oils as well, but it's just light oils give it much more likelihood that the bath bombs are going to float.
Alright guys, so we are now completely into gel.
If you want something a bit more luxurious and of a treat, then yeah, you can go in with shea butter, cocoa butter, coconut oil, anything you want really. I probably wouldn't recommend castor oil, although I hear a lot about turkey red castor oil, which I'm not sure I can even get that in this country. I have no idea about it. But I know that Tammy from Atomic Balm Bath and Body, she loves the stuff because it helps. It's like an emulsifying oil, which is great. Would be great. I'd love to know if anyone in England knows about getting the turkey red castor oil. Let me know, please. My last batch, I used the tapioca starch that Tammy calls Natrasol, or something like that. And yeah, my last bath bomb's probably the best I've ever made actually, so I don't know for sure that it is that, but it certainly seems to have worked good. Maybe I'm just getting really good. That went everywhere, of course.
We're just bringing this soap back into soap, basically.
It's starting to clump together quite nicely, but obviously I'm going to have to get in there with my hands and give it a good rubbing over. And I'll probably speed up that process because, yeah, it takes ages otherwise. You don't want to watch an hour of me mixing bath bomb material up. Okay then. I'll do the Cocamada Pro Butane last because it has a tendency to activate the bath bomb material. I'm not using any polysorbate in this one because of the cocoa and the SLSA. You don't really need polysorbate because they're emulsifiers as well. Is it emulsifiers or is it solubilizers or whatever? I don't know. Right, I'm going to colour this whole big batch blue, like a light blue, and then put a bit aside for the darker blue. I think that might work easier.
I say severe synthetic whatsoever. They're two different recipes.
I'm going to try that much of the blue from Easy Colours. If you look up close, it's almost like a magenta blue, like crazy purple colour. Coffee please, darling.
Oils are used for what type of skin disorders and what you're trying to create or make it for. I can help you with that, but I myself don't give away my exact recipes. And that's just because
right, I bet it comes up too dark a blue. It always does. The last time I got quite a good colour out of it though. I was really careful. Alright, let's go in with some 70% rubbing alcohol. Again, Tammy's advice. There's the colour. Bath bombs.
Yeah, I know that.
A Bluebell fragranced bath bombs. Luxury bath bombs, I should say. Love you. I'm going to take these off because it's just not worth it.
city, so just get that figured out and then email me at
Have my bracelet on from Rawability Life. It says life isn't about surviving the storm, it's about learning to dance in the rain. I couldn't agree more. Right, I'm going to go with a little bit of the purple, or amethyst it's called on me. And then I'm going to add a touch of blue, more blue, to take it to a darker level. Let's go in with a little bit of the blue glitter, and can you see that? Yeah, I'm just going to take some of the little blue leaves, little petals, and we'll sprinkle that in. Not too much. Obviously these will sit in the bath, but I think it's a very, very pretty effect. My daughter's incredibly loud with her music and that at the moment. But she's 14 and I'm not going to argue with her right now. I won't get anywhere if I do anyway, so that's the life of a parent with a 14-year-old daughter, I suppose. Love her dearly. Hope these work out as well as the last batch did. That was just so good. I really enjoyed doing that batch. Sounds like it's all ready to go, which makes me doubt it. That's nice, isn't it? That's a lovely top actually. Yeah, I really like that. Okay, can I get it out without breaking? Does it feel sturdy? Yeah, it feels sturdy. Okay, good. Over here with it. Okay, let's go again. Try and wipe it out in between, because when you have a bit of residue in there, it tends to cause, I don't know, it doesn't work as well once it starts building up a bit. So I always try and wipe them out in between. These moulds have been much better than the ones that I was using, the aluminium ones before. Just a little bit of that. I could also do some pink Himalayan sea salt. I do have lots of things to decorate bath bombs with, but sometimes I don't want to. Sometimes it just doesn't work, but this does.
Your brain floods your system with this massive gas. Did I go the wrong way? Anyway, it's just a big trick that you're having, really. That's all it is. I disagree.
Oh, a little bit come off the side there.
I just think that you can't discount every free near-death experience that's unimpaired. Of course, but if you're going to make a bet, why not bet on...
I might put the blue flower bits in first and then the glitter over the top of that. But I like that, that's really nice. Okay, so we'll go with the blue flowers first, because the glitter's sort of hiding the blue flowers. Yeah, that's better.
Somebody fed this to you specifically to get this project shut down. Is it one of your big pharma friends? Did somebody donate a medical wing or a new student union? Or I could just stop it from recording. It's not like he's gonna notice.
Ta-da!
I want it back too, but if the cops come and you're cutting up human body, you're going to jail.
Let's try.
He's coming.
Use a few.
In jail, right? All right, let's go.
Okay. Give that little white ring.
Clear.
I think the bluebell, the cool does look better. Like the smell.
You okay?
It looks good.
Nice, aren't they?
You just went through a treatment.
Hang on, be right back. Always carry on. I don't really like making bath bombs, but everybody wants bath bombs, so
They look pink.
yeah.
Are these dried out?
No, they're just finished. And it takes about 24 hours to 48 hours for them to dry out properly before you wrap them. I just had to bodge that back together because it weren't working. I didn't show the camera. It's going to work either because I think it wasn't tight enough. It might have been.
Yeah, that looks.
They're coming out quite well, aren't they?
Yeah. That's jokes.
That's got extra glitters.
They are pretty snazzy, to be honest, I think.
I'm quite pleased with them.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and moisten it up a little bit and see if I can do one of these square ones. use that one as my test batch one to show you. Right, thanks for joining me guys, much love, breathe easy folks, I'll see you again soon, bye.